early 2019, Arctic Cat changed the rules of the game when they announced their 2020 lineup would be spring order only. That meant if you didn't put your dough down in their spring sales program, you weren't going to ride a 2020 Cat. Now there were some 2020s available at dealerships in the fall of 19, but not many. This whole process was to break the cycle of flooding dealerships with sleds that they may or may not have been able to sell, breaking an over-inventory problem Arctic Cat had in their pipeline. If this sounds similar to what Yamaha did recently, you'd be right. Now well inside this new deal, all reports sound like this sales process shift is working out, and Arctic has even continued to change the rules by introducing their 2021 lineup before most people have even ridden their 2020s. This is way ahead of the traditional next model year announcements that usually drop just ahead of the spring sales season. Strategically, it's a brilliant move by AC. They have created for themselves a huge head start on marketing their 2021s before the competition and have had this topic in the media all to themselves. Of course, this is all in an effort to build their 2021 Snowmageddon promotion. By the time you see this, the news of the 2021 lineup is, well, old news. But for us recently in Wyoming, we had our first chance to ride some of the new models. We heard about the new lineup just ahead of the general public, so we knew what we'd be riding, and the most anticipated sled for us was the new Riot, with the monorail rear skid. The Riot X delivered on our expectation and is on point for its intended audience. First off though, it's not a super deep snow machine as it's only shod with a 146-inch track and a 2.6-inch lug. But as a play sled for the meadows, it works. The Riot continues to have the vertical steering post and the Arctic mountain front suspension that's convertible between 39.5 and 41.5 inches. But the real news is the Alpha rear suspension technology that's been making a name for itself in Arctic's M line. Riders who wanted a play machine with the Alpha now have it. The other big news is the Blast, a youth-oriented sled with a 400cc engine and 60 horsepower that fits right between the 200 class sleds and the full-size ZRs. Now this may sound a lot like Polaris' Evo, but where the Evo was more of a lowered full-size sled, the Blast is a bit more of a purpose-built machine in this category. Still on a 121-inch track for the trail model, the new bodywork borrows elements from the Cat line for a smaller, less intimidating ride experience. The Blast will be available in 3 configurations, a Trail ZR version, a utility crossover LT model, and Mountain. The latter two stretch the track length to 146 inches, but the Mountain Blast has the Alpha 1 rear skid, giving riders of this model the best Cat has to offer for deep snow. Other 2021 models in the ZR and Mountain platforms receive detail updates and suspension changes, along with chassis stiffening measures like a new carbon fiber TCL, along with a new engine mounting and simplified lighter A-frame. With new models and a host of changes along with bold strategic moves like the early release of the 21s, it shows Arctic is serious about the snowmobile industry and is looking at the long term for the success of this iconic brand.